Why do you make music?
That's a good question. At first it was for enjoyment, just pure enjoyment. But after I started getting more into it, it was really an emotional outlet for me. Because, I wasn't expressing myself in very healthy ways. So that's the healthiest way to do it with what I had. You just gave me like a gold mine of like things. It's like not just a gold mine. There's gold, there's diamonds, there's so much stuff that I can like pick at and like discuss. But honestly, I think the most important thing that I've heard in what you just said is it was an outlet for you. Because before we get to the other coping mechanisms that you were using, I want you to walk us back in time. When did you know you even needed an outlet, period? I think I've always known I've needed one, but you said 5, like I guess 5 years I started, but I guess I've always known I've needed one, or maybe not even known, but something felt like it was missing, or I was not expressing myself in the healthiest ways. Okay. So once I started, I think 5 years ago, though, when I started making music like seriously, I was like, yeah, I needed this more than I thought I ever did. Oh, 5 years ago. I thought you meant when you were 5 years old. Oh no. I wish I was that smart as a 5-year-old now. So 5 years ago, walk us through what was going on that you said, okay, I need help. Well, my last job, I worked at a tissue and organ bank. So I worked with like people that passed away. I would call their families in like the oh my God, middle of the night, like right after they died. What? Yeah. So were they aware that yeah. Sometimes you notified people on accident that they died. Oh, so that was their first time. You were like informing someone for the first time that their family member had passed. Oh, okay. Most of the time they knew. But there was times where you notified them accidentally. I love the title, Sad Songs for Happy People. That's like, it's funny. I listen to a happy song and I get sad. I'm like the only person I know that's like that. And so that what your title describes is like a feeling that I get. Do you feel that way? Like a happy song or a happy moment is like, man, like it actually depresses me a little bit. Yeah, all the time. All the time? All the time. Dude. All the time. Yeah, it's with depression, I feel like, and I know we probably cover it more depth later, but it's like that shit's always looming somewhere, dude. Right. And especially if you're looking for it, you're going to find it. If you're already in a depressive state, you'll hear it in anything you listen to, really. Right. So that's kind of how I felt about it. I mean, I think my title was more so like these songs are for, people that are happy. And it's like, here's some song, because if you write a sad song for a sad person, it's going to be that fits, right? Yeah, exactly. That was a name I came up with. That was the first name I came up with for the album. I was like, this is what it'll be called. Okay. And I think that there's something to that, like those split second decisions, like the first thing you think of. I think it's usually your best bet, honestly. True. So that first song that you made, did you know that you were making an album, Sad Songs for Happy People? Or was it just like, I need to cut a song. I need to get something out there. We cut a couple and then I was like, we'll make a project. Okay. And that came up with the name. Got it. So at what point did you discover your current lyrical content, which as I would describe it, you let me know if I'm off base here. Mm-hmm. I would describe your lyrical content as it's melodic, of course, but the content itself is more about like the strong feelings of depression, right? The ups and downs of depression, the ups and downs of your life. I think you get very personal. I think you describe personal stories that have happened to you and personal experiences that are intimate to you, but in a very, like I said, like sad, depressing way. Is that accurate? Yeah, 100%. When did you discover that about yourself? That I was depressed? No, I mean, I'm going to get to that, but the content as an artist, when you discover that, if you can tilt the microphone right there. Perfect. Right. Perfect. When did you discover that was your lyrical content? Oh my God, from the beginning, dude. I can't write anything else. After your first song though, right? Yeah. It just flowed so naturally. Mm-hmm. And then I was kind of sitting there like, damn, it's a bummer, bro. I just only can write depressing ass music. Or even if I do karaoke, I'm killing the whole vibe of the bar.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Fall Apart, Post Malone. I love that one. Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Wow. Well,
John
I mean,
Legend.
you got a phenomenal voice. So it's like, I don't think you're going to kill the vibe. You kill the vibe if you sounded like shit.
Yeah, I think that's more of a vibe killer if you're just a bad singer.
Yeah.
I'm always, I sing good, but, if you're singing like, Toot Scoot Boogie or, some fun country song, and then I just get up there and start flailing around crying, people gonna be like, I'm trying to enjoy my beer, bro.
Look, I'll tell you, I can't sing for shit. And I tried to, on my birthday, I did Bye 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 by NSYNC. Dude, I'll tell you what, if you can't sing, no matter what the genre is, you're going to fuck up the vibe. Right. I was like, because there are so many hit songs that came on before me. I'm like, all right, Bye 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 is going to come on and everyone's going to go crazy before I say a word. And they did. And then I got on and then everyone just started talking amongst each other. And it was like, I didn't care. Cause like, dude, I'm not even a singer,
That's how you know when you hear the fucking people talking. You're
chatter.
Like, fuck, no one cares.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So, all right. So walk me through, this was 5 years ago when you made Sad Songs for Happy People.
Yeah, that was my first project. It was an EP that I did. Yeah.
Before you ever touched a microphone, before you ever stepped foot in the booth, did you know you had depression?
Yeah.
How did you know?
Well, I was told by a lot of people. I had
like a professional or by your friends?
Friends and family. I mean, I always knew I was kind of off in a way with that in regards to that. Just like, you probably shouldn't feel this. I was too young though to really understand. Even in my 20s, I was too young to get it. And I don't know. I think I really, really started to understand it probably when I was like 28. After that job is where I started really feeling like
the depression coming on.
Oh man, yeah. And I think I've always had it, but I think when you don't think about you having it, I think that might even help you if you don't think you have depression.
Right.
And then
that's an interesting perspective.
And then 2, it's like when you're being told by others, you kind of have to look within. Some people refuse that kind of stuff, but I'm very like introspective.
You're open to like you said, introspection. Like you're open to the idea of, okay, I could do some work.
100 to a fault. I'm like that. It almost hinders me. I think it's a very good like trait or quality to have.
Hinders you. Why do you feel like it hinders you?
Because it feels like nothing's ever good enough, even if it's good. Right?
There's a different way to look at that. Are you open to a different perspective?
Please. Yes.
The other day I was talking to my wife about my career as a musician. Not doubting the career, but more so like, man, I've been at this since I was 14. I'm 30 years old and I'm theoretically speaking, no closer to making it my career. I'm further along in my craft, but I'm no closer to making it my career than I was when I was 14 years old on the surface. And she woke me up to all the things that I was doing, all the things that I actually had done. And I had to ask myself, why did I not realize I was doing these things, even though it was me doing them? There's a different way to look at what you can look at it like it's not enough in terms of like, man, it's not enough. Or you can look at it like, I just keep wanting more. Like I want so much for myself that I am not satisfied with hitting goal 1. I hit goal 1 and I don't throw a party. I say, what's goal 2? I get to goal 2 and I'm like, all right, what's goal 3? You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that.
You know why a lot of people go broke after hitting the lottery? Because their goal was just to have money. Their goal wasn't to continue to make money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
saying?
saying?
About what they'd even do with the money if they got it.
Right. Right. And that's why they say money can't buy happiness, is because you get this money and you think this is what solves my problems. It's like, no. Your effort, you showing up is what solves problems.
It's your like personal development, I think.
Right. So do you feel like maybe that is a viable way to think of it. Like, not that you haven't done enough, but that you keep wanting to do more.
Yeah, I would say so. And knowing myself, it's like, you know, for most of my life, I wasn't even very like goal oriented person or like very organized, or I just started to be organized.
Right.
I just started scheduling and shit. Like, I'm 32, bro. Like,
what does that matter though at the end of the day?
But it's just crazy to me how, you know, you go through your whole life and you're so used to just living in this chaos where it's like, I'm not planning my day. This or that. And, you know, I think once I started realizing that that's like actually the key to everything is to be organized, is, you know,
writing things down. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it was, and we'll get into this later, but my ex-girlfriend, she taught me.
No, let's get into it now. Your ex-girlfriend.
She taught. So that was a big catalyst for this whole project that I just did.
Which one were we talking about?
The new one I'm making, it's called The Flock.
The Flock.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have 16 songs done.
Oh shit. Why The Flock, if you don't mind me asking?
So I'm really into like cult leaders and stuff. I just think it's really interesting.
All right.
And
it's a little scary, but it's all good.
And I've been told,
I don't judge.
No. Yeah, I don't aspire to be one.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's just like religious, you know, like zealots and like.
It really interests. It grabs your attention.
Yeah, it's like even on like a psychological standpoint, like how the hell can you, first of all, believe you're that, and second of all, how the fuck you convince people that you are that? And they want to believe it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of where it came from, is like, I guess me trying to convince others that, and myself, that I'm, you know, better than I thought I was. Right. I struggled with that my whole life, self-esteem and shit. Oh, dude. It's like, it's been a big problem in my life, but we broke up before the end of last year. And in that time I did all that music. It's been done. I've had all the songs done for a couple months. So
you got 16 songs. So after you broke up with her, did you immediately come up with the concept of what this album was going to be?
Directly after.
I
wrote like 3 songs directly after. And that's what started. I think I showed you Prophecy.
Yeah.
That's the first one I wrote for the whole project.
That's crazy,
man. Prophecy.
Dude, I can't wait for people to hear that song, by the way.
I'm very proud of that one. I think it's dope.
What role has love played in your life?
I mean, it's made me better and worse, I guess, in some ways.
Tell me how it's made you better.
I've always been introspective, but it really made me fucking look like, not on a surface level way.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, you've hurt people, and I'm not that kind of person, really. Like, I'm not aiming to hurt people. And what love taught me, I guess, was like, the most selfish shit you could ever do is not care about yourself. And I didn't think that. I legitimately thought it was selfish to care about yourself. And that's fucked up.
I mean, that is a definition of selfish. I mean,
in terms of not only caring about yourself, but putting yourself first so you can be in a position to care for the people you care about.
I see. Okay.
And I never connected the dots. I feel like that's such a fucking elementary school, take.
I mean, I wouldn't say so. Everyone's experience is different.
Yeah.
Right? Like not everyone is looking the same way at every single thing. No. One of the most important things that I learned recently. I mean, when I say recently, I mean like 2 weeks ago from the time we're filming this. Nothing is personal. And the reason they said that, I'm like, no, that can't be true. I've had people insult me. People project onto you what they feel about themselves.
100%.
Right? You are just a mirror for people's inner conflict.
100%.
And when you think about it like that, nothing is ever personal. So you think about it like your perspective. So if someone has a perspective of like, man, that's so elementary to think of it that way. It's like, well, I think that you just think a lot like XOB, right? and you're just afraid to admit that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I'm more like XOB than Dylan a lot of the time. I think Dylan's the character I fucking created.
So for the people
XOB's
watching,
real.
Dylan is your
Dylan's my name.
Your name, and then XOB is your artist name. So
yeah,
I love that concept. I feel like you and I relate a lot. I have felt like my birth name is not who I feel like. Yeah. August is who I feel like for a lot of my life.
I'm with you on that.
So walk me through what that means for you in your life.
Well, you know, I feel like overall I've had a pretty good life. It's just I've been this way since I was a kid. My dad tells me I've always been this way. Don't like attention, fucking, you know. I think over time I'm the type of person where I convince myself of who I am, and I changed, you know? Yeah. I mean, my stepmom tells me when you were 10 or like 12, you want to travel the world and, you know, fucking live in the city and do all this shit. And then I look at myself now, I'm 32. It's like, I'm fucking scared of everything, bro. Somewhere up. I won't say everything, but life scares me sometimes. And it's like, what happened to me? What did I convince myself of down the line that made, because I wasn't always this way, you know?
What, if you had to answer that question, the best answer you can give, what happened to you?
I think I listened to people I probably shouldn't have. I think even myself, and I'm learning that right now. Your thoughts are not who you are. This shit is it's avatar that you've created. This is who you think you are.
Right.
And I've been getting into like a lot of I've been reading a ton. It's helped me a lot.
What are you reading right now?
I'm reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
Oh, that's a good one.
I just read, I read that, not to sound cringe, I did read the David Goggins book. It was really good.
What's cringe about that?
So good.
Hey, hold on. If I can give you any advice, any unsolicited advice, I need you, especially as an artist, you got to remove the word cringe from your vocabulary.
You are so right, dude.
Dude, no, hold on. There are so many artists that I work with. Oh, my bad. There are a lot of artists that I work with that are like, man, I can't do that. That's cringe. It's like, is it cringe to you, or is it cringe to the people that you're like trying to impress?
Correct. It's not cringe to me. It's trying to play defense, I guess, right?
Yeah, you're trying to get
you're playing defense. Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, if I say this thing, I know
it's not cringe because it helped me a lot.
It's not cringe because you bought it.
Especially with I was almost, believe it or not, I was bigger than this. I was almost 400 pounds.
400 pounds.
I was depressed. Deeply. What's up?
How much do you weigh right now?
I'm 330 now.
330.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I started losing weight 4 months ago.
Okay.
So I've been
70 pounds in 4 months. Mm-hmm. Congratulations, man.
I walk 9 miles a day.
9 miles?
I walk for 3 hours on the treadmill a day.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But I interrupted you. You were talking about the David Goggins book.
It helped me I've just related to him. And I don't know if you know his story, but it's crazy.
He has a crazy story.
And it just gave me hope that someone as fucked up as me can, get off the ground. Because that's what was happening.
Someone as fucked up as you.
Yeah.
What's so fucked up about you?
I don't know. I guess before me and my ex broke up, I didn't really think about that much. Then once we did, I feel like I wasn't truthful a lot. Well, not in malicious ways, more so in conflict avoiding ways. So, I would avoid conflict. I didn't, and I've always been that way, and I'm working on that. But it's like I've avoided conflict at any, whether it's making myself look smaller or whether it's letting someone be right. I never cared because I was just like, I would rather be wrong in your eyes than argue about it.
I see what you're saying.
So, but that gave away a lot of my power, especially as a man. You have to have some teeth.
A little bit. I mean, you have to have teeth in the sense of, I would say I would avoid it I would avoid saying you have to have teeth, and I would look at it like you have to have morals. You have to have values.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
Teeth, to me, you could think about it in the sense of like a well-trained Rottweiler or a well-trained pit bull. It's like this dog at any moment, if I cross a boundary, can and will violate me.
Yep.
Right? I think a lot of men, we get into the cycle of, I got to be aggressive all the time. I got to walk around and dominate everyone in the room. I got to disrespect someone before they disrespect me. But what you describe, shrinking yourself, is something that I'm actually learning in real time right now. I'm working on an episode of my podcast Healing with August Wilde about shrinking yourself in rooms.
Done it my whole life.
And essentially the reason we do it is because, going back to your earlier point, we feel like we're not enough, but we don't want to hear it from anybody else.
Yep.
Because secretly, we want those people to tell us we are enough. So we feel like if I say what you are thinking of me, you will give me approval.
Yep.
And what I'm here to tell you and anybody listening, approval is fickle. Approval is based on who you are now.
100%.
I know we're going to talk about this. You're going through sobriety. You're trying to get sober. I struggled for 7 years. I'm 7 years sober. And I struggled for 7 years. Like, why is it the people I drank with can't at least text me and say, congratulations on being sober?
It's a good question.
But it hit me. I got their approval based on who I was at that moment. They didn't sign up for this version of me. That's not their fault. It's not even my fault. That's just the way life works.
Yeah.
So going back to your situation, do you feel like that's an accurate depiction of like what you're going through, or how do you feel?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's like, I'd get a lot more applause when I was destroying myself, is what it felt like.
Same here.
And then I got kind of mad. I'm like, I'm tired of being like the fat clown you laugh at for making a fool of himself, or, being like your little court jester. And it's like, it's cool when I'm like that. But when I'm trying to improve, it's crickets. Right. And I don't like that.
Our stories are very similar.
And it rubs me the wrong way.
Does it hurt?
It hurts. Oh yeah, it hurts. And it's very isolating. This is the most isolated I've probably ever felt. Especially after my ex left. I still love her to death. I love that woman. But I haven't spoken to her in, a few months. And I don't know. It's hard, but I had to tell myself, like, this had to happen to you. You would have never helped yourself ever. You would have just been wallowing in your own shit. And once
your wake up call.
Oh, dude, yes. Once she left, I had to turn around and see the massive pile of shit that I just had sitting there. I wasn't working through it because she was great. She was great to me. She tried for me. She wanted me to get better, but you can't make someone get better. Unfortunately, you can't do it.
Right.
So when she left, I was like, and I'm still dealing with it. It's like, I have just a bunch of guilt, for not doing it. I was on antidepressants when I was probably 2-3 years ago, and I quit. I quit them. You quit them? Because I thought I didn't need them. I do need them.
You do need them?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant you quit them like you were trying to rely solely on yourself.
I was. But I don't think I realized how much they actually were helping me.
Oh, okay.
And then I quit, and then things got bad from there. Like, I got way more depressed. I gained way more weight. Wasn't exercising, wasn't taking care of myself. Then I quit my job because I was in a heightened manic emotional state.
Right.
And I didn't care. Like, I did not give a shit. But my job at the end, I was a literal morgue attendant. I wasn't talking to people on the phone. I was dealing with the bodies, taking their belongings off, looking at them.
That would mess up anybody. Yeah.
It is not easy. It's not an easy job.
No.
Not especially for someone like me, if you're wired like me. No. I could barely function when I got off work, and I worked 12-hour shifts.
Oof.
So I was working a ton, quit my job, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get better. I got worse.
Got worse for how long?
Shit, I got worse for 5 months.
So this was last year.
This was last year.
Okay.
Then me and my ex broke up. Didn't spend the holidays together. I got even worse. Then I started getting better. Then March, we got back together for like about a month.
March of this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then broke up again. And she just couldn't trust she has a daughter, and she just didn't trust or believe in my commitment to being a dad and to her, her daughter, and
right.
Me being serious about improving myself. After that, 2 months, it was bad. That was the worst time of my entire life.
So March, April, or April, May?
Mid-April. Actually, no, it was mid-April to my birthday, June 23rd.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Once that hit, that's when I got, because I was losing weight like slowly, but that's when I was like, all right, like you can't do this shit no more, bro. You can't lay here in the dark. Like nothing's going to change unless you do something.
Yeah.
So that's when I started trying to get my medical insurance set up, losing more weight, exercising, eating good, reading. Reading's been actually very big.
Yeah.
In helping me.
Reading is a good outlet. A lot of people turn to like their phone to read, but like a book.
The less I read, less I'm on my phone, the better.
Trust me, man.
And I'm not a social media person. I don't really like to go on there.
If it wasn't for what I'm trying to do as a career,
I'm with you.
I would not be on. Specifically Instagram. Specifically
Same.
Instagram. Instagram is the worst.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Twitter, I don't even go on there.
Really?
I don't go on there. It's a cesspool.
I mean, Twitter is bad, but I'm not going to lie to you. How ugly it is more of a reflection of real life. That
yes,
it doesn't like fuck with my mental state the same way that Instagram does.
Yeah, and I've learned a lot too. It's how you feel inside is you're going to reflect that in the world. And I've been getting really into like the woo woo shit, like manifestation and like,
oh yeah, the woo woo shit,
just affirmations or like, and I'm not super like, no, I don't like I may believe in ghosts. I may not. Like I'm kind of in the middle about a lot of that kind of stuff. But I think just a mental level, it really helps to have affirmation. Just be like, I'm this, or I'm, I kind of embarrassing to say, but like I love myself or this or that. And bro, I never said that to myself my whole life.
It's not embarrassing to
say. And it's like, you can't even how can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself? You can't. You simply cannot do it.
Yeah, you can't. Not for long.
No, because you use the person to fill in the void in yourself, but that doesn't last forever. And you have to be self-sustaining. And I've never done that my whole life. Once she left, that's when I was like, all right, like
I gotta change.
I don't know if she's coming back. I'm leaning towards no. This is true because before, we broke up the first time and it was like, I had hope we'd get back together. So everything I was doing was for her more than myself. But once I felt like she, was really done, that's when I was actually making moves for me, making decisions for me,
That was good.
So I got help. Sorry if I went off on a big tangent, but
it's important.
I got help. I actually got insurance 2 weeks ago. I got my insurance finally finalized. So I'm going to therapy and I've got meds again, and I'm just trying to, stabilize my life.
Right.
Because I fucked my life up, dude.
You fucked your life up.
I feel like I did. I was going to marry my ex. I had a good job. I destabilized myself a bunch.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
That was a wake-up call you needed.
Oh my God. Yes. And I don't know if you believe God or universe, whatever you believe in, but I had an epiphany where I was like, it all led me to here.
Yeah.
All these choices led me to here, to having to give a shit about myself.
Right.
Because I started going back to church and it's been great. Like it's just being in a community of people again, because it feels, when you're depressed, it's so isolating. People care, but they don't get it.
Right.
That's the worst shit.
People care, but they don't get it. is probably one of my most favorite things I've heard in one of these interviews. People care, but they don't get it. In my experience, it's people don't care and they don't get it. And they don't care to get it.
People care. My family cares.
Right.
But I think more so than care, I think most people are looking for like, not recognition, but like whatever that we're like
validation.
Relating. Someone that can actually relate to you.
Okay.
Because unless you've been depressed or dealt with that kind of shit, you don't really get. How can you not, like people would ask, why don't you just cheer up or just get out of bed?
Why don't you just?
I'm like, fuck, dude. I never thought of that.
I didn't think of that. My bad.
Just be happy.
Hey, why don't you just get rich? Oh, my bad, bro. I took that totally slipped my mind.
Just get famous, bro. Yeah.
I had no idea that was an option. Why don't you just post your music? Why don't you just post on YouTube?
Makes it seem so simple.
That's my bad. I'm not trying to bag on those people.
No,
but
like I get it.
People do say that out of care. You're right. Walk me through your battle with sobriety. I know you're trying to get sober.
Yeah. I mean, I started drinking when I was probably 13. Like, no, I've never been like considered myself an alcoholic. Here and there? Yeah, I mean, I got drunk the first time when I was 13. Started smoking weed when I was 15 or 16. I just quit for the first time. That I've quit a year plus. I haven't smoked.
Smoking weed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it would give me the worst anxiety. I got into like high school. I got into psychedelics and normal. Not normal, but
coming of age drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. Yeah.
Then, just kind of became my identity after a certain point, or like I felt like I wasn't me without it. I still kind of do. That's kind of what I'm fighting with because, I feel like everyone thinks they're more fun when they're drunk or whatever. It's not true.
No, it's not.
Or you have more fun when you're drunk, which is not true.
You just think less.
Yeah.
You care less.
It's a break. And then it really hit it. So, I was drinking. I never quit drinking or anything throughout my 20s. And then it really came to a head for me this year or like the last year where it's like, I don't know, I'm sitting there just like, what are you running from, dude? Like you're not comfortable just sitting inside yourself. Like you're really trying to mask because I feel very deeply and I have a lot of regrets. And I was struggling with depression before I got the proper help. And I felt like that was the only way I could get a break from, because I looked at it as getting a break.
Right.
From being me or being in my head. It's so exhausting.
And how long are you sober now?
About a week.
Hey, you know what? By the time they watch this, hopefully it's a month.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been...
What's been the struggle?
The social aspect's been the hardest.
So like when you're out places with people?
Yeah, I've tried. Well, what happens is I overcorrect. So I don't go anywhere and I straight isolate. I'm just like, I can't trust myself.
I see what you're saying.
To be around it. I just can't because one thing will lead to another. And next thing you know, I'm fucking at some stranger's house at 3 a.m. on a weekday. Yeah. And I'm just like,
I was there.
The social aspect's the hardest because I'm the most extroverted introvert you ever meet. Like I like people a lot. I like talking to people, but I also don't mind being at home. But after a while, it starts to drive you crazy.
Right.
Especially when you're on a journey like this, where you're really trying to improve, you feel even more isolated.
I bet. I mean, like for me personally, man, I relate to that a lot because when I was getting sober, luckily for me, or luckily, unluckily, depending on how you look at it, I was kind of forced to move away from the environment where I was forced to be social. Not forced to be social, but I was like, man, like it doesn't feel the same because I'm sober.
Yeah.
I got out of that environment and I was like isolated completely.
Yeah.
And not by choice. I tried to like be around my friend, and that's a story for a different day. But the point I'm getting at is luckily I didn't have to go through a lot of that. And now these days, what helps me a lot is I'm now like the DD for people I love. And that helps me with my purpose. It's like, dude, like theoretically, I might be saving someone's life.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that helps a lot with purpose. Do you feel like you struggle with purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. I barely know. I barely have an idea of what mine would be. I mean, I love singing. I love making music. I'm sure there's lots of people that probably feel like I do. And I feel like there's being depressed, and then there's like kind of deeper. What I have is like, it's not just depression. Like you have serious self-worth, self-esteem issues intertwined with that. And just a bunch of traumas and shit that you've never corrected. Or you've never even, it's not even corrected. You've never addressed them because you didn't even know you had them until you got put in these situations that shone a spotlight on it.
Right.
And my relationship did that shit. That was the first woman I ever loved that ever loved me like that. First one I ever wanted to marry, have kids with. So it's shown a light on just all this fucking shit that I'd never addressed because I never knew about it.
You've been so vulnerable on this episode. I really do appreciate that a lot. Yeah. It takes a lot for men to be vulnerable. And you shared so much about what you've gone through mentally that I feel like a lot of people will be able to connect with you in your music. So one of the things I want to ask you to close us out, what is something people can look forward to in terms of connecting with you and your music?
Radical honesty. They're gonna probably feel like they know me pretty well. Because I'm very honest. I'm not gonna try and fluff myself up to look like some fucking badass or like I'm a human being that was in a lot of pain. Right. And that's what my project is. Someone that's in pain, you know. They're not all depressing songs, but most of them are. So, and I think in the future, after I put this whole project out and all these songs, I think they can just look forward to like maybe just seeing me grow like as a human being in like a positive direction, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell the people again, thank you so much for being on the show. Yeah. Tell the people where they can follow you, how they can find your music.
You can follow me on Instagram, XOB made this. You can also, I don't have a Twitter. I probably should get one.
TikTok.
Yeah. XOB made this on TikTok as well. And then I do have a YouTube channel. It's I think it's also XOB made this or Dylan Escobar. I would try Dylan Escobar, DYLAN, last name ESCOBAR. It'll be
in the description below.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you for that.
XOB, I really do appreciate it. We're going to get a song in.
Hell yeah.
Right? Your next project, when's it coming out?
There's no date set yet, but in the next couple months it'll be out. It's called The Flock. And I think, you know, whoever takes the time to listen, I think you're really going to resonate with it and enjoy it. So thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being vulnerable. And I can't wait to see what comes next for you.